What's up, YouTube? It's TheHawkinator here. Doing my scrap build like I promised I would in the last video. We're going to do it on the bed again because the bed worked out well. I like the way that looked. We'll show the deck, show the extra deck, show the shitty scrap support. First off, Lego NXTs. This is what I've been playing with lately. I actually really like these toys. They're like big boy Legos, if you will. They're really fun. I'm working on a robot to solve my Rubik's Cube. I've solved this thing so many times, like it's starting to wear actually, and I lost a sticker there and losing a sticker here, but I'm gonna make a robot to do it for me. And like you can go on YouTube and you can see these guys that have already built these. And I know one guy put like his code out on the internet. He put building instructions so you can like completely copy him, but I'm gonna make it all from scratch. I'm gonna program it all from scratch. It's slow going, I'll tell you that. It's not like the programming I've done at work, so that's what I've been working on. That's why I haven't been around. Honestly, I've been playing with Legos. But onto the deck. Here's the main deck. 3 scrap chimera, 3 beast, 3 goblin, 1 golem, 1 scrap golem, 2 gravekeeper spy, summoner monk, morphing jar, spirit reaper. For the spells, 3 scrap storm, 2 scrap yard, 3 pot of duality, pot of duality, 2 forbidden land, scapegoat, Foolish Burial, Mind Control, Giant Trunade, 2 MST, 1 Monster Reborn, and Dark Hole. For the spell or traps, actually, Solemn Judgment, 2 Solemn Warning, Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, 7 Tools of the Bandit, and Trapstone. Extra deck: 3 Scrap Dragon, 2 Scrap Twin Dragon, 1 Atomic Scrap Dragon, Scrap Archfiend, Arcanite Magician, Black Rose Dragon, Stardust Dragon ×2, Nacheria Beast and Barkion, Darken Dragon, and Brionat Dragon of the Ice Barrier. So this build is a little interesting. I like to call it back to the basics, honestly. You know, you can try all this fancy stuff with all this kind of shitty support cards, and you can pull off some fancy combos and tricks that are very situational, and honestly will not work in the long run. So that's why you go back to the basics and you just run a very basic scrap build. This is pretty much Duelist Revolution scrap keepers in a way. So obviously we only run one golem. We don't have as much tribute fodder in this one because we're running a lower monster count, so you work with one, and he really works well with scrapyard. I mean, you can dig him into the graveyard with scrapyard, so when your dragons get blown up, you can summon a golem, and then you can go on the beast or goblin for twin or dragon, regular scrap dragon or scrap twin dragon respectively. Sorry, I kind of fudged that statement up a lot. Scrap Gravekeeper Spies for synchro. Synchro Fighter, Summoner Monk is an instant scrap dragon. Morphing Jar and Spirit Reaper are my tech choices in here. Morphing Jar I found from a guy on Pojo, recommended that, and I have to say I like that. He's kind of like the, you know, the card to get you back in the game. Like if for whatever reason you start losing, like you lose momentum with your dragons, your synchros, and you're just like you're starting to, you know, lose the game. You're not being able to come back as often. Morphing Jar allows you to come back because you can just set them and then attack, and you refill your hand. And it's like they don't always read Morphing Jar. Like they might read Spirit Reaper, Spy, or Goblin instead. And it's like he's just kind of like that crazy card that just gets you back in the game, and I like it. Plus Goblin, plus Morphing Jar, Nacheria Beast, hell yeah. For the spells, mandatory triple Scrap Storm, which is like your all-time utility card that does everything that you need it to do. We run lower monster count because we can tutor monsters with Scrapyard. I like using Dubcade Head's word tutor. You can run 2 or 3 of these. I like 2 just because I like to fit in a little extra tech, but this allows you, along with Pot of Duality, to see all your monsters very quickly. That's why you can run a lower monster count. You know, we only run 15 monsters, but you can definitely see them often with this core right here, I guess. Lance is just an amazing card, I think. I'm very happy that this card came out as a super instead of a secret rare. It's just kind of like that all-purpose protect your ass card or make a big push card. Like if your opponent obviously has back rows and like you don't have your Trunade or your 7 tools or traps, then you can always, you know, rely on Forbidden Lance in case they want to like torrential your field. You can just Forbidden Lance your like dragon or something and protect it. Scapegoats allows me to go into those odd synchros like Barkion and Beast, because with the level 1 tokens it provides. Plus I can go into Brionac with that. These guys are all pretty much staples. You know what they do. Traps are all staples. The only thing different is we run these two to make big pushes and also give us a little extra defense when we need it. So yeah, that's the deck, the main deck. Stupid support. Alright, these guys all kind of are stupid. Like, they have really good intentional designs, but it's like they had to nerf their effects a little bit so they wouldn't be broken, and that would that's what makes them bad. Like Scrap Breaker, I believe he would be awesome if his effect to destroy a scrap monster was optional and not mandatory. Like, just to summon this guy to blow up one of your scrap monsters, like, that's just gonna suck. I mean, more often than not, you're not gonna, you know, make huge advantage with Scrap Breaker. And same with Scrap Mind Reader. The fact that you have to use him during your main phase 2 is like right after you battle. Like, you can't even use him to gain advantage through the battle phase, which is what you pretty much need the most. You know, you need to make advantage so you can attack your opponent. And it's like, he's just that card, like, if something goes wrong, you can try and use him, but more often than not, you're not going to want to use him after you battle. Like, the way you battled, you should have a pretty good field then if you're able to successfully complete the battle phase, is the way I feel. Worm is, like, he is level 2? Is like, what the hell, level 2? I mean, you can't really, we don't have any level 6 scrap monsters, because, like, what are you going to use him for? You can use him for Golem and Scrap Archfiend, or you can use him with Chimera for nothing. Because Chimera's effect is going to activate, where it can only be used for a Scrap Synchro monster. So it's like, level 2, like, honestly, you can go like level 2 into Spy, but like, I don't know, you just don't want to do that. Like, that'd be weird. It just doesn't work out that well. Scrap Shark is just like, you summon him, and then anything that happens at all, anything, he blows up and you get a card in your graveyard. It's like, it'd be alright if it was maybe just like during you or just your opponent, but if you or your opponent does anything, spell, trap, or effect monster, he just nukes himself. He gets suicides because he's like scared or pissed off or something. Like MCO40 said, he's so freaking happy that he just dies whenever anything happens. And then Scrap Searcher just misses the timing on almost everything. Like, you rarely ever get this guy, like, out of your graveyard successfully, along with a full field advantage. Like, my very first build that I tried, I ran 1-for-1, I ran Glow Up Bulb, Scrap Searcher, and Level Eater, thinking I could go into, like, Formula Synchron, and then Spy into Beast, and go into Stardust Dragon, and then hit Shooting Star. And I'd be like, yeah, dude, I'd be so pro going in Shooting Star Dragon with Scraps, and it's like, it never happened at all. Like, even the one time I got it, like, he missed his timing, so I didn't even get him out. And I was just like, are you serious? So, yeah, this scrap support is, you know, it's thought out, so it won't be broken, but that's why you can't run it. It's because it's not busted. It just doesn't work all that well. So that's the deck. I'm thinking I'll probably run this at Des Moines. It's either going to be this or Fish OTK. I haven't decided yet. So yeah, thank you to Pojo for helping me out with the deck. I've taken a lot of their ideas and I've tried them out and they've been working. So, yep, that's the deck. Extra deck and stupid support. So that's it. The Hawkinator signing out. See you guys next time. Rate, comment, subscribe, and take care like always. Adios, guys.